Rugby is a great family spectator sport, welcoming all sections of the community. Therefore, please refrain from using unacceptable language and or behaviour which could cause offence or distress to others. Our match officials are on the field. We just await both teams.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here we go. Thatto, Heath, Crusaders and Siddal.
2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not working. It's not working.
We'll have to do that, but I've not answered out.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. It was working before, isn't it?
It was. Going live.
1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Both teams are now going to be introduced to some National Conference League representatives in the shape.
Good afternoon and welcome to this National Conference League Grand Final here at Widnes. It's the big game, it's the one that we have been waiting for, and it's Siddal taking on Thatto Heath Crusaders. It's myself, Dave Parkinson, alongside Joe Wood, and Joe, it's an interesting gaming prospect here, isn't it?
It certainly is, Dave. I've just been talking to Mike Denning, the Thatto Heath chairman, who's actually on the field there, as we can see. Probably the two best teams in the National Conference League, along with Watborough, I should imagine. Lee Miners have unfortunately been relegated, but over the past few years, Thatto, even though saying that Thatto was relegated the other year, but they come back stronger and more organised. Richard Owen, the ex-St Clark's coach, and of course we know he's English Lions coach. He's taken over and brought a couple of new faces in under Mike Denning's guidance. I can just see the dignitary Joe Fitzsimmons, what a fantastic servant. He's from St Jude, an NCL official. I can't see who the other two gentlemen are, unfortunately, but Joe, a great servant to the club. And everything's geared for a fantastic final. Dave, it'll take some beating to beat the Normanton and Milford final, but I'm really looking forward to this. Just hope the weather, it seems to have stopped raining, it's been sweeping about before. Just hope the weather subsides and allows this game to flow, and the referee allows it to flow.
So today sees Siddal back here for the third grand final in a row. That's some tremendous record that this club has. Also, I've been asked to mention that the Guard of Honour being provided by the Siddal team is by the Siddal under-7s Tigers and Lions, who are mascots for the game. We've also been asked to mention the work that both Andy Rock and Simon Greenwood do, both as unpaid physios and kit and team managers, and we're just about ready for the game. So you've got the team sheet, haven't you, Joe?
I have, yeah, and quickly I run through for Siddal. It's Freddie Walker, the fullback, fantastic prospect. Gareth Blackburn on one wing, Gavin Stead on the other, Zach McComb and Ben West, the centres. Sean Gowrie, what a servant he's been at half-back with Joe Martin. And the pack is Ian Davis, Craig Sanderson, Byron Smith, the ex-Dewsbury and Bartley player, Ben Hinsley, Ross White, with Kane Smithies at the loose forward, Sean McCormack, George Ambler, Jack Georgian, I think that is, and Gareth English on the bench. And for Thatto is Dan Burkett, Louis Taylor, Sean Lancaster, Adam Saunders and Niall Allen, with Frodsham, Chris Frodsham that is, and Jack Jones the half-backs. And the starting pack is Adam Eskers, Sean Kenny, Matty Norton, Jamie Tracy, Adam Prendergast with Liam Quinn, and on the bench Josh Green, Andy Lear, Mark Stark, a late replacement, and Brad Ashurst. I think that's a knock-on straight away.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive us, we're down to one mic between the two of us, so there will be a slight delay as we pass it between us. But yeah, it was a real attacking kick that came in from Siddal at the start, forced Thatto Heath into an error, and they'll go on the attack here with Siddal, moving the ball down the left. He is Garrett got the ball away, it was a little bit scrappy, and it's gone straight into the arms of Thatto Heath.
think that was a knock on there. I think one of the Thatto players played that, but touches on the near side and the referee goes by us. So let off to the Thatto line after that first hiccup in the first couple of minutes. So this is a first set of 6 for Thatto, but gang tackling there by the blue and white shirts of Siddal. Thatto playing in black with red trims, of course, which is their normal colours. And Thatto, they're playing, like I said, that colour. Siddal normally blue and white stripes. So just trying to build some momentum here. Thatto pushing the ball out wide. Big hit there on the Thatto play, being driven back.
Yeah, that's one thing that I always like when you watch Siddal. It's always really aggressive defence, isn't it? As the kick comes in from Jack Jones to complete the set, it's going to bounce in no man's land. Freddie Walker comes for it, but the ball beats him and goes over the touchline. And also beats Gavin Stead as well, who's a convert from Rugby Union. So it's going to be a scrum with anything to the Siddal side. Just a couple of minutes into the game, 0-0 is the score here. And both sides feeling the way tentatively into the proceedings, you can say, Joe.
Yeah, definitely a scrum, and it's a very noisy crowd from both the Siddal and the Thatto spectators. Great following on both clubs. Siddal start the scrum. They're just short of their own 40-metre line, and they're going to build up. Big run there by number 4, that's Ben West, I think that is. So the back inside again, 13, that's Smithers, Kane Smithers. A lot of new names to both the Siddal and the Thatto team since I last watched them.
Yeah, it's an ever-changing process, isn't it? First team rugby league at amateur level. But Siddal in possession, 5 metres inside the half, a little dart forward there from the hooker Sanderson, wearing the headgear, a natty set of headgear it must be said. Ball back now with Joe Martin, he skies it, he really goes high. It's one to test out the fullback Dan Burkett, he's allowed it to bounce, chance here for Siddal and the ball beats everybody and goes dead.
Yeah, that's one thing about this 4G surface. Once the ball starts bouncing, we already know a rugby league ball bounces everywhere, but on this surface it's certainly very fast, and if you give it a chance to bounce it'll certainly run away from you, and thankfully for Thatto the ball did. So they restart with a 7 tackle stint here, trying to get away.
Yeah, Adam Escott with that drive then. He'll now play it to Kenny, who passes on the inside. Good little surge there from the number 12, Matty Norton. He needs some superb form over recent weeks as Norton plays it behind his own 40-metre line ball. Sent to the left-hand side there to Liam Quinn, and again it's aggressive defence. They're quick off the line. Smithies was up, smashed the man alongside Martin. And forward come Thatto Heath to get over the halfway line. Jamie Tracy spent a short time with Lee Centurions, gained a couple of metres. He was aggressive, wins the penalty, actually threw the ball away as well. And it's a good job that some of his teammates came in to just calm anything down. We know that it's a tough sport, but we don't need players to lose their heads, do we?
Yeah, that's true. You know, probably the emotion getting to both teams. And I know the other week when Siddal played them, Lee Greenwood, who's an ex-Halifax and Leigh player, he's not playing unfortunately for Halifax today, but I believe he actually ran all over Jamie Tracy the other week when they played them. So first penalty for Thatto, so good position for Thatto to attack the Siddal line early doors in these first few minutes.
So forward from Thatto again, Adam Escott with the run. Stopped 32 metres away from the try line. They're in the centre of the ground. Kenny has options both left and right. Puts it to the right hand side to the short running player Liam Quinn, who gains another 5 metres, so they're just 22 metres away from the try line. Out play down the centre of the ground again. Ball put left to Jones. Jones spins it across. Burkitt's joined the line. Burkitt spun to the ground by a 2-man tackle, and that's some fierce defence once again from the likes of Joe Martin. Ball played 15 metres out from the try line. It's into the middle again with Jones. He drops it back for that big hitting number 12, which is Matty Norton. And they've managed to keep holding the ball despite it going a little bit loose there, if that's on. They've still got it on the last tackle. So Kenny runs, dabs it forward, hits Siddal hands, hits Siddal feet, and it's dived on, thankfully enough, by Siddal number 10 Byron Smith, who had a long professional career with the likes of Batley Bulldogs, didn't he?
Yeah, both Bartley and Dewsbury I think he played for, and that's the first penalty. Bit of pressure on Thatto there by the referee, and he's penalised them for being offside, and bit of what can we say, aggravation from the Siddal crowd to our right.
I love the atmosphere. That's not aggravation, Joe. That's just support, I think. Tap taken by Siddal. Charging in goes number 12, Ross White. Ball played back. He's there with Smithies. Smithies gets beyond the halfway line. Good tackle coming on him by Liam Quinn. Ball to the left-hand side to Smith. Always will truck it forward. A very much a no-nonsense player. Gets within 40 metres of the try line. Ball swept left again. Garrett just drops it back over his shoulder, looking for the running of Hinsley. Ben Hinsley's been one of those guys that's been ever dependable for Siddal this season. Next the run comes in from number 8, Ian Davis. Davis 22 metres away from the try line, 20 metres in from touch. Garrett's taken over possession, pops it up, chance here for Siddal, the dummy is thrown. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's going to be the opening try of the game. In goes Ross White. There was absolutely no stopping Ross there.
Yeah, you just mentioned Sean Garrett. What an inspiration, an influential player this guy is for the Siddal team. I watched him a couple of tackles before. He took the ball and just went and stood out. He passed the ball blind and went and stood out blind. He brought it back in field, and then he suddenly moved from the blind side, come in field, pushed a couple of players out wider, dropped the try scorer off, just dropped him off, and the Thatto team, all he was bothered about was what Garrett was doing. He simply dropped the player off, and as David just said, scored right to the side of the post. Early try, and a conversion attempt by, is that number 2, is that? That's Gareth Blackburn who's going to attempt. Pretty, I'll say a simple kick for him. We saw a couple of miss in the first game, but I should say that Blackburn is a renowned goal kicker, and as I'm just talking, the 2 points will go on.
So it's 6 points to 0 in favour of Siddal. I just thought that was really smart play across the middle, to be honest, Joe. A little offload like you mentioned from Garrett, and everybody bought it, didn't they?
Yeah, I watched Garrett play at Lee Miners early on in the season. He started off at 6, and then they made a wise decision to put him at 9, and they just peppered the Miners defence all round the middle, all round the half-back, and he just picked up, just dropped people off, or just sent them on straight lines, and then when he'd done all the damage, they put him back at 6. What a great player he's been, and unfortunately for the Siddal team, this is allegedly his last match.
Yes, it's also the last match for Gareth Greenwood, the coach, as well. I asked him, was he thinking of continuing? He said, no, I've done my time now. So, the restart is on, and it's allowed to bounce, and Byron Smith has it, and he's met ferociously by the Thatto defence. Moving up was Jamie Tracy, right in his face alongside Penny. Siddal, though, maintaining possession. Still inside their own 20-metre line. In half-back is Craig Sanderson. He passes left. Got the strong running Ben West. Just outside their own 20-metre line, steady as she goes for Siddal. They find themselves 6-0 to the good early doors in this game. These two sides played out a succession of really entertaining games this season, so I see no reason why the final should be any different as they work their way up towards the 40-metre line. We're going to kick on the last. So the kick comes in from number 7, Joe Martin. It's taken comfortably enough by Thatto Heath, and then run back into contact by Louis Taylor to the 40-metre line. Soft hands out to the right-hand side with Sean Lester, only recently back in the side following a dreadful run of luck with injuries this season. Represented Lancashire last term. Still the building here at the Thatto Heath side. Getting towards the 40-metre line. And he ducks one way, then feeds it to the right-hand side to Hesketh, who buys his side 5 or 6 metres. Quick throw the ball, then moves it left, it's against the half-backs. Jones, further wide to Tracy. Tracy's 25 metres away from the line, 20 metres in from touch. Last tackle to Siddal. Penny sends it left. Jones, ambitious pass. Little kick comes in. Is that played at? It's bounced up in favour of Thatto Heath again. Into the hands of Adam Saunders, and they've got a real chance to pepper the defence there, haven't they, Joe? In fact, they've won a penalty. Bit of messing about at the play the ball. Yeah,
lucky bounce there off a Siddal player back into Thatto around. I think Siddal were just trying to bide a bit of time and have given a penalty away. So Sean Kenny, who played in the £1 million game last year, would you believe that, for Salford against Ulkia, and here he is playing for Thatto in, I don't think it's a £1 million game, but it's certainly a big game as regards the amateur side of the rugby league. So right in the middle of the field here, Kenny again dictating from acting half-back. Bit of confusion there, he two players running, back on the angle, number 12 and number 4, and it was number 4, Saunders, who took that ball in.
Kenny putting it through the hands, it goes to Jones. Jones spun it out. For a second I thought we were playing on and they booked an overlap, but eventually the mistake is called, and that's a bit of a let-off, to be honest. But again, interesting movement between both Jack Jones and Chris Frodsham. Ball was heading out to the right hand side, looking for the likes of Burkitt and Leicester, but unfortunately he went to ground as far as that's concerned. So it's still Siddal 6, Thatto Heath Crusaders 0 in this grand final of the National Conference League. Forward crash the Siddal players from the scrum. Sanderson, this is in field. Good bit of footwork amongst the forwards up. As smooth as it was on run. It's forward by Zach McCoon, 30 metres from the goal line. Ball played on the left hand side now. Can't see the number of that player. You can see Davis to put forward. He plays it to Garrett. Garrett then finds the big figure of Byron Smith. Flame red hair over the halfway line. Last tackle signal. Sanderson sends it left looking for Garrett. And Garrett pumps the ball high. That could be devilish if allowed to bounce. And it's fumbled by Lewis Taylor, but back towards his own sticks. He's picked up and he's giving a really valiant attempt to get out of his own line there.
Yeah, he did really well. He said he was facing his own sticks, and again this ball on this 4G surface, but did really well. Tried to take his outside number on the outside, but declined that offer eventually. So again, we're going to wide Tracer, give her a running space, and the Halifax, the Siddal team, managed to shut that gap down and tackle him just over 30 metres from his own line. Drop off ball coming again, well met again there. Jim Sanderson, prominent in that tackle. We can pick him out because you've got a blue skull cap on. So early kick here, and it's a relieving kick by Frodsham, that isn't it, Carl Frodsham. With the ball back in the Siddal line, just inside their own 40 metres.
Yes, Blackburn plays it to Garrett. And here's a strong run from Freddie Walker, getting towards the halfway line. It's like a game of rugby league chess this at the moment. Everyone's got it looking to get into the right place and moving the right pieces around the field. And we're inside that 40 metre line with Garrett. He pops it up for Smithies. Good run from Smithies up to a 30. Siddal fans thought there was a shoulder charge, but I doubt that very much. As Garrett's taking control of the middle again, just drops it off for the running of Ian Davis. Still 6-0, just joining us to the Siddal team. Like that early try from Ross White. Ball out right to the left. There's a running chance here. They're going to be in again, aren't they? Man's in touch. Gareth Blackburn is hauled into touch, and that was really, really lucky.
Yeah, a couple of the Thatto players shouting for cover to their own team. Garrett again stood open and then switched it blind. Drew one of the Thatto players in and miss out pass with it. Give it Blackburn, but the cover just managed to get over there and flatten the corner flag and flatten Blackburn into touch. So it's a scrum down on Thatto's 10 metre line. Thankfully for them it's their head and feed, which is just what they do. Ball in, Jamie Tracy tries to find some space, but on forthcoming from the Halifax side.
Yeah, they don't have to fend and move up aggressively, and that's one. And Thatto really struggling to get away from their own end. There's Saunders, big centre, 15 metres from his own line. Place for the penalty, is that forthcoming. It comes with Frodsham. He finds the strong run in Matty Norton, but he's only able to push his way to the 20 metre line before being overwhelmed by 3 players. They play and train at such a high intensity to Siddal that it makes it really difficult to get against. And a kick from deep to Thatto, but only as far as Gavin Stead, who runs it back, does the winger. Battling run as well, gained his side about 10 metres. He'll look to play this to Joe Martin, who gets it in field for Ben West. Been one of the players that's been a real success story for Siddal this season, been through the 19s and the 23s set up where they have there, and made the first team spot his own. Next one was taken in by Smithies. He smuggles the ball away, just enough for Ian Davis to eke another couple of metres out of the defence. And they're up to the 20-metre line, and they've won another penalty here because they were hanging on, and that's really the key for that. So when you've got such a dominant team that's coming up against, you need to slow it down as much as you can. Going to go for 2 points out here, Joe.
Well, it's like one of the Whiteman staff has run on with a kicking tee, so yeah, it's Gareth Blackburn, as we both know there, he's a renowned goal kicker, so the words come on from Gareth Greenwood, had another 2 points to push them basically 2 scores away, won't it, if he is successful with his kick. He's 20 metres away, only a matter of metres from the left-hand upright as he's looking at it, so it should be a nailed on 2 points to push the score out to Siddal 8, Thatto 0 once this conversion, this penalty has taken place.
And just a quick word about Blackburn, it's not only is he a prolific point scorer and he's got rise amongst the goals, he's also represented England Lions as well when they've gone on tour. A fantastic amateur player, isn't he? Got such a real good standing around Halifax, a real club man. He's lined this one up 20 metres away from the posts, almost directly in front. So this to make it 8 points to 0. Set his sights, he stepped up, left footed, the flags are raised, and it is Siddal 8, Thatto Heath Crusaders 0.
Successful penalty goal for Siddal.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Thatto, Siddal have them for the last few minutes. Have had them pinned inside their own half. Unluckily, Blackburn couldn't quite get the ball down in that far corner, but after the pressure and probably just hanging on a bit with Thatto, so we'll gleefully, shall we say, accept the 2 points instead of it could well have been a 6-pointer against them. So as Dave just said, Siddal in the lead, 8 points, Thatto Heath 0 as the game restarts with Dan Burke.
So Siddal catch the restart. Byron Smith is set back at the defence. Jamie Tracy wrestles him down on his own. And then goes chasing after, I think that's Martin who's run from dummy half it is. Martin's put down 40 metres from his own line. Managed to smuggle another couple of metres despite the attentions of Niall Allen. Slowly flood forward to Siddal, up to the halfway line. Ben West is the latest runner. He'll play to Sanderson. Sanderson uses the ball from dummy half to Smithies. He intersects the metres and playing Smithies. Good 10 metres gain there. Sanderson awaits dummy half duties. Puts it left to Garrett. Garrett then fires it further wide. Davis. We've got running wide at the moment, haven't we? On the left is with Garrett. Interesting kick into the middle again. Walker's caught it. Offside is the call. Walker's gone and scurried under the post. So we got the penalty.
It was a shoulder charge, wasn't it? So he played the man who had the ball really, so the referee just signalled that, and Thatto relieving penalty kick into the far stand. So they'll restart about 22-23 metres from their own line. Just sounded had the ball for a while, Thatto, so they'll try and build and get at least to the halfway line, because as Dave said, this Thatto have been smashed back every time by Siddal, tackling 2 and 3 men in and dominant at every tackle, making the man onto the floor, which is what they've just done again with 3 men in the tackle.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the work that they're doing, and they're putting the good numbers in. There's 3 or 4 men every single challenge as Adam Hesketh works his way towards halfway. Quick play the ball from the youngster. Kenny sends it right. It's dropped back over the shoulder. Looking for one of the back rulers out there, just over the halfway line. Once again, Kenny's at dummy half. This is in field. Frodsham finds Tracy. Tracy looking dangerous, trying to pace his way through. He's gained about 10 or 15 metres on that carry. It was a veering run all the way out to the left hand side and eventually stopped 10 metres in front touch. Last tackle has been signalled from. That was Frodsham. He kicks it short, only as far as Stead. Stead ends up making some metres forward. Gets it to the 30. Looking at the Joe Wood stopwatch, where are we up to?
Yeah, 20 metres gone, and they've just brought Josh Crean on for Martinon. That's the first swap for Thatto. They actually had 3 men up, but they've only actually made 1 substitution. Well, there's still another 2, number 18 and number 10, prowling the touchline. Interesting decision of Richard Owen. 20 minutes gone and he's already making substitutions in the Thatto ranks as Siddal just get over the halfway line. And that's number 8, Byron Smith is we're going number 8. Byron Smith is actually Ross White. The numbers are on there, and there's a ball again. He's over the full-back's head. And luckily for Thatto, the Siddal players been held up right on the try line. Burkitt was just lost that, couldn't say lost it in the sun, just lost it in the murky conditions above him, and having a bit of a nightmare with this bouncing ball, but thankfully the referee said tackle on his back on the line, so it's a turnover. So Thatto will legally bring it away from their own line.
And what is really pleasing as far as the Siddal is concerned is the fact that they're forcing Thatto to come out of their own end each and every occasion, aren't they? And just absolutely getting the numbers in, slowing the play, the balls down, and they're just not able to get themselves forward further down the field, are they? But they're still in possession, 30 metres from their own line. Kenny's at dummy half. He's got Frodsham to his right. He links with Jones. Jones puts it through the hands. And now they've launched an attack through Leicester. But Leicester's stopped 40 metres away from his own line. All 4 Siddal substitutes have been sent for a little amble down the touchline.
Yeah, and number 18 and number 10 for Thatto have joined the fray. Number 18. Oh, that was Josh Green, sorry. Number 13 it was. We've got bringing in the ball again on this pitch, bounces here, there and everywhere. Frodsham is just engulfed there with the Siddal tacklers, and they give the ball up on the halfway line.
Yeah, that was a really mixed set of 6 there, to be honest, and then the end to it was dreadful. The kick just went straight up in the air, was allowed to bounce by everybody. In the end it ended up with Thatto really chasing for it, and good defence as well by Siddal, and they're attacking every single play at the minute as they've chucked on some substitutes there. So Sean McCormack has gone on the number 14, he's operating at dummy half at the moment. Looks round at what's around him, takes it forward himself, does the veteran, makes 12 metres. Moving into dummy half now is George Ambler. And he's won a penalty there as McCormack. And was just absolutely dominating at the night out.
Oh, for sure. George Ambler, is he related to Luke Ambler? Brother, I should imagine. Which I think Luke is, and again, I think they're opting to they're changing out. They're going to kick it goal. So George Ambler, number 15, takes the ball into contact again. Right, slap bang in the middle of the post, 20 metres from Thatto's line, and again, as Dave said, it's just domination by Siddal at the moment.
Gareth felt this with that Gareth English, just to say, with the latest one, and it's sent down the right hand side with Ross White. Ross White to play it inside that 10. Swept into the middle, however, amongst the half backs. So Martin, dummies, ducks one way, then the other. Inside the 10, he's put down by 2. He'll look at playing this to McCormack. McCormack lofted ball over the top. I tell you what, Ambler wasn't far away from claiming 4 points there. Last tackle signal, referee's arm is aloft. Ball back with Martin. Shape to kick, eventually found Walker though with a pass. And then Martin gets it back, but he's overwhelmed in defence. And they'll be forced to a turnover. And I think that you can really credit that to him there. I know we've said about Siddal being dominant, but they attacked with the defence, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely so. I can see the instruction from the Halifax bench. More talk. I think they lost their way a bit there. Garrett seemed to be a million miles away from the ball, and it was the young half-back Martin who got smashed with the ball in hand.
So Thatto still working away from their own end. And this is Adam Pendergast in possession. Strikes second lower down that right-hand side as far as Thatto are concerned. Still just 40 metres away from their own line. And powerful tackle from Siddal, restricting them in the middle of the field. Kick comes in from Frodsham. It's a devilish one. It's going to bounce on this unpredictable surface. It's gone straight to the arms of Allen. Allen's ducked past 1. He's ducked past the second. He's inside the 20 and put down. It's the last tackle as far as Thatto Crusaders are concerned in this set. Ball fed to the middle. Frodsham going to kick, and then leaves it out to Jack Jones, who does kick. It's a great kick. Ball back on the inside. Are they going to score? They are. And that is Sean Lester. Lewis Taylor it was who took the ball, held the ball in front of him, got it back inside, and Sean Lester cracked back to the defence for Thatto's first try of the game.
Yeah, they certainly played the set of 6 there with Thatto. They kicked early in the tackle coach, managed to get the ball back. Again, we're commenting about this bouncing ball on this 4G surface. Both fullbacks have been guilty of letting the ball bounce. We already know, we've said it many times in commentary, and everybody who plays rugby league knows, don't let the ball bounce. It bounced back gleefully into number 5's hands. He managed to make the ball available, and no sooner than it's here on this left hand side, and Thatto are scoring about 10 metres from the other touchline to redeem themselves and bring the score back to Siddal 8, Thatto Heath 4. With a kick to come, so they could well be back in it. Richard Owens gleefully punched the air, the Thatto coach, and he's on the field barking instructions out to his black and red shirt team. You know, they've been under the cosh, as Dave said, for the last 10 minutes, but they come downfield. First time they've been down in this left hand half of the field, and they come away with at least 4 points. Just awaiting the goal kick. Is that Burke who's kicking that goal, I think?
Yeah, from the stats that have been sent by the Crusaders Club, I think he's kicked 76 goals this season, so can he make it 77 with this strike? He was quality as a kicker, both in the professional game with North Wales Crusaders. He spent time with Warrington, didn't he? And he was quality over at Wigan St Pat's as well with his kick. Built him up, can he strike it? Or will it be commentators' curse again?
It seems funny, as you've just mentioned, about him playing in the pro game and also being over at St Pat's. I know quite a few other people over at St Pat's. I think he was a bit disappointed when Richard Owen left from over to Thatto, and he has taken a couple of players with him. None more so than the aforementioned Burke, who kicks the goal.
It was a great confident conversion, wasn't it? And to be honest, considering that they have been dominated, Thatto find themselves right back in this game at 8-6, don't they?
Yeah, they do indeed, and Siddal might be thinking, what have we got to do to score with all that pressure we've had on the right hand try line. Thatto defended manfully as a team, and the ball again is up in the middle of the ground, and Siddal have got it back again, a bouncing ball.
And once again, it means our focus switches over to the right hand side where Gareth English runs in, he slips the ball out to McCormack on for Walker stretching out, can he get over? Has he got over? He's held up. Oh my goodness, that was close, Joe.
Yeah, Freddie Walker, I know when he played against Toronto in the Challenge Cup early in the season, he was outstanding, has been outstanding, a really good top class amateur. So again, due to a bouncing ball, Thatto are under the cosh again with his Siddal attack.
Ball goes out to the aforementioned Garrett, who finds that man Freddie Walker just looking round the left hand side, stops a couple of metres short of that try line. In front it comes to Garrett, long ball across to his half-back partner Martin, who steps a couple of defenders, but they closed in and stopped him. 5 metres short of the try line, last tackle, here's Georgiou, gets it to 2 metres out, but he's been forced to turn over. Good defence.
Yeah, I think the player who's got tackled the ball in hand, I think he was just a lead runner, but the acting half-back give it to him. I think Garrett was expecting it, as David just said, last tackle, so not a bad place though, as I said previously, to give the ball away. So Thatto 12 metres from their own line, trying to grind some position out against this relentless blue and white shirts of Siddal's defence.
Showing a lot of character of Thatto was. Prendergast goes on another tricky run forward to the 30 metre line, but they're still heavily inside their own half of the field. Now trying to work something with Frodsham, who steps into a bit of an opening but didn't find any support. Nobody was running for him. And they come forward again. Good run from Josh Crean. Gets beyond the 40 metre line. Last tackle. As far as Thatto are concerned though, ball goes up in the air from Frodsham. Where's that coming down? It's anybody's guess. It's been allowed to bounce again, and eventually Stead chases back to jump on it, but they put themselves under real pressure there, and nobody seems to be able to deal with this pitch and the bounce.
Yeah, but that's criminal, isn't it, Dave? You know, So the bouncing ball, putting themselves under pressure to Siddal, both teams with the bouncing ball, and then after being in their own half, they get there into Siddal's half and give a stupid penalty away, and Blackburn makes acres of yardage down this near side touchline for the ball to restart.
8-6 on the scoreboard. Ben West taps the penalty, runs it and makes a good 10 metres. He's still going, so he makes 12 in total. 2 men on his back. He'll play this to Walker. He ducks in field. He'll get his way past the 20-metre line. He's still pumping those little legs directly in front of the posts. To the left it's moved again. Here's Ambler asking the players to get on him. The format leads it left. Garrett through the hands again. This time out to Zach McCoon. McCoon controlled in that tackle, but nobody's putting him down on the floor. As a result, they're able to go again. Here's English, everything for the line. He's got to the line, but not being able to get the ball over it. He stopped the shot. Last one signalled. We have another go. There's Ambler. And Ambler goes to turn over, but he won't mind that at all.
No, they've had two right on the try line, two last this tackles by Thatto. This must be taken out of the St Helens outfit, the amount of tackling they're having to do, especially right on their own try line. Whether that will impact on the game later on in the second half and Siddal can pressure even more, we'll wait that output.
To be fair, there's only so many times you can run it off your own line without making a mistake, isn't there? And basically, they're just having too much time inside their own 20.
Well, we talked about that on our way over here today. That's exactly what Australia did with England, isn't it? You know, they just kept England pending their own 20-30 metres zone. So the ball comes out wide to Frodsham. Jamie Tracy again. He turns you back to Frodsham. Out wide again to the left centre. Saunders. To the ball again, just inside Siddal's half, but they're playing it on the last tackle. Kicks back inside Jamie Tracy. Regathers the ball. Jamie Tracy's looking dangerous. Jamie Tracy throws the ball back inside. Oh! Sean Lester knocks on with the line, begging white line fever.
Why did he pass the ball? All he had to do was settle a dummy. He was over himself, Jamie Tracy. He'd done all the hard work. He regathered, but it was a beautiful kick down the wing by Niall Allen. It opened up Siddal then. He showed some real good inventiveness to get down the field, and then couldn't quite go up the end product. It still remains Siddal 8, Thatto Crusaders 6, and Siddal thankfully getting all the possession, but knocking on in the form of Gavin. He said, tell you what, they're not superhuman, are this Siddal team. They've made a mistake inside their own 20 and handed the initiative right back to Thatto Heath.
Yeah, it's certainly commentators curse in more ways than one, or is it nerves or whatever it can be, I don't really know, but as Dave just said, Siddal putting themselves under pressure. Scrum outside to Frodsham, throws it out wide to Saunders. He made some big inroads in the attack previous, so in fact he's thrown the ball on. The referee's told him take the tackle and play it.
My goodness, he just threw the ball away, didn't he? He couldn't believe that, but fortunately the referee's call goes in the Crusaders' favour. Coming forward now is Mike Stark, on off the bench, wearing number 10, a late replacement in this game. And that's the one coming in from Brad Ashurst, once upon a time with both St Helens and Lee before the age of 20. Pepper in the line now. Out with Jack Jones. Jack Jones running along the right. Spotted a little gap, tried to stretch over himself. He's got 4 players around him. He's offloaded straight to the arms of English, and I can't believe he's thrown the ball away there, Joe. I absolutely can't believe he butchered another chance.
Exactly so. Why not just take the tackle? Great position on field, but just panic rugby, I think, there to a certain degree. In Halifax, Siddal gleefully take that ball away from their own line. On a penalty, that's even more of a killer, isn't it?
It's still an intriguing game, this one. Evenly poised. It's Siddal 8, Thatto 6. But it's not going to help the Thatto cause giving away silly penalties like that. And that kick spirals out on the halfway line, gives the Halifax outfit a chance to attack again. It's going to be Ben West attack. He runs it forward. It's an easy 10 metres chalked off for the centre. He'll be after a fairly quick play of the ball. Walker takes a similar run. Tracy's all over him. it's all arms, hands and legs, isn't it, Tracy, with his tackling technique. Lays it to McCormack. Running in now is Georgiou towards the edge of the 20. McCormack to his left. Martin rolls it across his chest, then feeds it into a hole. Oh, just for a second, I thought that Ben Hinsley was going in for a try, but the referee spotted it as foul.
Again, David, great line by the Siddal player. You actually said fed him into the hole, but as we said in the previous game, the referee is a lot closer than what we are, but it was a great line. I think it was because he was just on the angle coming back, and if he veered a bit over to the left, it would have been with a normal pass. But, I want to say the scrum's up and away, but it's not. The referee says replay.
That happens so many times, doesn't it, Joe? So 8-6 it is. Hope you're enjoying coverage via the lovely Facebook page and also via the live stream of the RFL. If you are listening in from somewhere, let us know. I'll try and give you a mention. So Thatto Heath again getting caught inside their own 30-metre line. Ball's out to the right with Prendergast. He rolls it forward. He's doing a lot of hard graft out in that right second row position, isn't he, Prendergast? Ball comes into the middle. Jones gets rid of it quickly to Ashurst. Ashurst, an old-fashioned pop forward. Looked to pop it round the edge, but nobody was alongside him. It comes in now by Leicester. Chase after it. Walker watches it. He's got a field it. Fields it on his own 10. He's running in field. He's traced him down. He's lost a couple of metres, but he's about to go again. And the backline run sees him gain 5, 6, 7 metres and leave 3 players in his wake. Getting some super work from Freddie Walker. Intriguing is this battle. That's all Heath Crusaders. It's an error from the Siddal side. We've got 3 minutes until the break, until Joe's stopwatch reaches the 40-minute mark. Obviously we're not controlling the time. Siddal 8, that's all Heath 6. Siddal still in possession. Cormac's head on a swivel, a dummy half, and he puts it right to English, who hardly looks like he can move, but somehow makes a good 10 or 15 metres forward. Now it's with Garrod. Puts it high in the air. Oh, it's spinning end to end. This is difficult. Burkett's got no idea. He's allowed it to bounce again. And that's still not gone dead. And Burkett has pushed it dead. There was no reason for him to do that. There was no one within 20 metres of it.
No, I'm just looking down at the Halifax bench and the Thatto Heath bench, and they're just shaking their head in disbelief. This Dan Burkett, a renowned full-back in his days in the pro game and at St Pat's, Wigan St Pat's, and he is absolutely having a nightmare. So more pressure on his own line was just inconceivable play by him there. He's going to be dropping the ball out. The referee stopped the clock. No, we're back on.
This is like a free hit, isn't it, Joe? A drop out, which reaches 30 metres from the line. Garrett takes it on the full. Steps one, steps another. Feeds it to McCormack. McCormack's going for the line. Oh, what a hit! Dan Burkett came out and smashed McCormack. 5 metres out, and it bounces off the chest of a Siddal player chasing through. The referee spotted a forward pass in the move. Did it come off his head, Joe?
Yeah, it did. Sean Garrett seemed to rush into like an half-back, and I think he 2 forwards coming in one gap, and he threw the ball, supposedly missing the first oncoming forward who headed the ball. He'd have been well at home with Liverpool, who play a lot of the games here, but sorry, wrong ball, wrong call.
Tell you what, they're riding the luck at the moment, because arguably you could say that possession deserved to concede points really, because as a fullback you don't want to go tapping the ball out, but Thatto Heath Crusaders back in possession. I won't labour the point because they're still sticking with it. They're only 8-6 behind and they're in possession. Josh Crean at dummy half, and he got long arms. Crean, he sort of threw that dummy then, and it was like the longest dummy in history, wasn't it, before he got forward. They've won a penalty here of the Crusaders. Holding down is the call, and Adam Hesketh has done really well to win that penalty.
Yeah, that's 5-4 in the penalty count. That's in favour of Siddal. Just looking down, David, just walking from right to left. Cruz Leeming, he's on the coaching staff at Siddal, isn't he? He's been outstanding, hasn't he, for Huddersfield this season?
Arguably one of the top lookers in the entire Super League competition. Yeah. I wonder whether he'll be keeping an eye on proceedings at international level and pushing his way forward. But back on this game, that's all he's got within 20 of the try line. A good run coming in from Andy Lee, who's also been called up for Lancashire this year. 12 metres from the try line, he's dumped unceremoniously on his back. Somehow he wins the floor, he's able to stand. Past the Frodsham. Frodsham feeds it out to Tracy. Quick feet from him, takes it within 5 of the line. A dummy half is Crean. Sends it left. Frodsham keeps it moving to Saunders, who gets away from 2. Referee spotted a forward pass with the help of his touch judge. And that is it. That's half time. Siddal have the front by 8 points to 6. An intriguing half in its own right, Joe. We've seen a try for Siddal from Ross White. We've seen 2 goals from Gareth Blackburn. We've seen the response coming in from Sean Lester. And we've seen 1 goal from Dan Burkett, who has made 1 or 2 glaring errors, it must be said.
Yeah, those errors have been prominent by both teams, Dave, really, especially with the bouncing ball. We said Burkett's having an absolute nightmare. I think Richard Owen will be more a relief coach than anything else, because his team have been under the cosh for say 3/4 of the game, and Gareth Greenwood will probably be disappointed that his team are only 8-6 in the lead at half time. Here in this final at the Select Security Stadium in Widnes. Myself and Dave will join you after the half time break.
Tight as a drum at the interval, this one, a huge 40 minutes still to come. So you tell me, who will be the grand final winners this
So we're back live here at the Select Security Services Stadium in Widnes, where it's the National Conference League Grand Final. It's half time and Siddal lead by 8 points to 6 against the Thatto Heath Crusaders. I'm Dave Parkinson alongside Mr Joe Wood. We've even managed to restore a second mic.
We have indeed, Dave, and we were just talking before. Richard Owen, the Thatto coach, must be well impressed with his defensive stint. As the game restarts with Thatto, kick it from left to right. Again, the ball bounces.
I don't know why everybody's allowing it to bounce, because it's so unpredictable surface here at Widnes, isn't it?
Oh, just for sure, Dave, just for sure. So Thatto must be looking to try and use the ball more to use their attacking prowess against this Halifax team, Siddal.
I was saying another thing that they could do though is kick earlier in the sets to actually try and put a bit of pressure on Siddal and see how good they are at bringing it away from their own end.
Yeah.
We saw for probably half an hour of that first half so much pressure on Thatto Heath, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. So the penalty count was 5-4 in favour of Siddal, so not really a stop-start game. And Siddal are inside the Thatto half. Last tackle play here. See what Siddal come up with to Sean Garrett, who skies the ball around this edge, right edge.
Well taken by Lewis Taylor.
Yeah, Lewis Taylor, the right wing for Thatto. He gets up to the 20-metre line.
Here's Burkett now, looking for a much better second half than his first half.
Yeah, definitely. So the referee asking Siddal to get back on side, get back to 10 metres.
Still moving forward very quickly.
The crowd to our left, the Thatto spectators are doubting the referee's carpet measuring facility.
Here's that man Norton again. It's quite effective during his first spell on the field. Wrapped up on the 40-metre line.
Yeah, I think he's replaced Ashes, hasn't he? So run from dummy half there, but just smashed the ground by 3 Siddal defenders. Last tackle going to be here, so that's the ball goes to Frodsham, who again skies it, and we'll see at the full back, Ferry Walker.
Oh, again, he went behind him.
He got it eventually at the second or third attempt, and wins the ball back really well. In fact, he's had the ball stolen.
Really good by Saunders.
Yeah, so that's a good plus for St Helens output for Thatto.
So Kenny's in a dummy half, surges forward, he's having a scurry on his own, takes that tackle of Byron Smith. 8-6 the score in favour of Siddal side. Being brought down right by Jones. Burkett delayed his pass for Leicester. Leicester trying to shrug his way through and stop just 2 metres short of the try there.
He swiveled out the tackle then, didn't he?
Prendergast away to dummy half, but there's a penalty heading Thatto's way. Delighted to have your company once again on the Rugby League Facebook page. We are trialling these commentaries today, and we hope that you've enjoyed both the games so far as much as both myself and Joe.
So we're only trialist commentators.
Oh no, we're trialing. We're established. We're trialing the system. I would never call you a trialist. You've already done your apprenticeship, bro.
Under you, yeah. Look where it's got me.
What, practically no one? We're here at Witness, we're delighted to be here. 8-6. Thatto knocking on the door. Jack Jones back to Prendergast. Prendergast is held 5 metres out from the try line. Kenny, what's he going to do? Set up 2 forwards to his left, chucks the ball behind them. They Frodsham. On to Norton. Now Burkitt. Burkitt slipped it out. Norton's picked it up. Norton's gone over at the side of the post. Oh, and we've got a try in our hands. Thatto Heath in front.
Well, it was a well-looked move. As you said, it 2 forwards as lead runners, pushed the ball out wide and then brought Burkitt back, who's a big lad coming through from full back. But when he was on the floor, I don't think he was completed tackle, but he just released the ball, and thankfully for Thatto it didn't go forward, and the try scorer just picked it up and scored.
So it means that Thatto Heath are in front by 10 points to 8. So first blood to Thatto in the second half. Conversion here for Burkitt will be just what the St Albans side are after to make it 12-8.
Yeah, a bit of a shock to the system, to the Halifax team. It's a bit lucky, but look at the scoreboard, and as Dave just said, it puts Thatto in front by 10 points to 8. And we've been playing, let's have a look at the Joelwood stopwatch. Not quite 5 minutes yet, Dave, so just to start, Richard Owen and his coaching team would have asked from the St Helens outfit, and Burkitt's trying to add 2 points to his 4, which is good, right at the side of the left-hand line.
I tell you what, that's lifted the atmosphere in the ground. Just listen to all of these fans.
Yeah, the Siddal fans situated to our right, trying to raise their team, and the Thatto spectators applauding the black and red shirts from Thatto Heath Crusaders as Burkitt just steadied himself with his bright orange boots. He's going to try and add the 2 points to his 4, which is what he does do, to push the score out to, at the moment, Siddal 8, Thatto Heath 12. In this National Conference League finals, here at the Select Security Services Stadium in Widnes on a Saturday afternoon in October. What more can you ask for?
You couldn't ask for anything. Well, we could ask for a bit of sun, couldn't we? And not as much breeze.
Not as much breeze, no.
In fact, there's a lot of things we could ask for.
We could ask for, yeah.
But we're just delighted to be covering Rugby League.
We are indeed. I didn't check the Euro millions last night, yeah, so you never know.
Alright, okay.
I might have check that when I get home, and I might have won the £2.50 back.
Now, do you remember that via the Love Rugby League Facebook page? If everything's going to plan, you can actually listen back to this commentary after the event.
Modern technology.
So we're delighted that we're able to offer you this service. We're hoping that we can get it expanded next season. As Thatto Heath rolled their way forward to the halfway line. They've done well in this set to get as far forward as they have.
Yeah, well, if you set up to the halfway line, you can't ask any more. And Frodsham with a kick. That's good game management. Puts the ball just about, well, it was another 10 metres, wasn't he, the score before. 10 metres from Siddal's line, but Thatto are returning the kicking. As you said, Dave, Siddal kicked a lot against Thatto, and Thatto are turning the tables, pinning Siddal 10 metres from their own line, making them going to come away from their own line with a set of 6. Sean Garrett, ball in hand. We'll have to see what he can dictate for the Siddal team in his last game in the blue and white shirt.
Him more than anyone will be looking for a victory on the last game.
And of course,
for the coach as well. So they're in possession. Notice that Sanderson's back on for Siddal. And they were seeing what their metal is made of. 20 metres away from their own line, with Thatto charging up with gusto in defence. It's pretty good defence. It's not so bad running it in either.
What was he, Gusto?
I think he's playing for Italy actually. I'm sure I saw him announced. They've announced everybody else anyway, haven't they?
Yeah.
So forward from Siddal. Don't try and catch me out, Mr. Wood.
Nearly, didn't they?
I've had my shred of wheat this morning. Ball back with Garrett. Garrett pumps the ball high. Oh, let's hope that they don't let it bounce again. He's knocked on by Jamie Tracy.
Yeah, back to one there. He was very, very insecure trying to catch that ball. Jamie Tracy.
Ooh, that's a big drive forward by Siddal, who suddenly found themselves on the front foot. The ball's gone loose, and there's a penalty here for hands on the ball, and it's gone the way of Siddal. Halifax side again will look to get things going. Sanderson wants to get on with it. Byron Smith has moved up, but instead the ball is given to Smithies. Isn't he a character for Simpson?
Never watched the Simpsons.
Alright, okay. Sanderson moves it right to Byron Smith. Good twisting, curving run. Over the 20-metre line he goes. He'll play it to Sanderson, who pops it to Martin on the left. He keeps it moving to Garrett. Garrett dummies. He's got down the left. He's still going. There's 4 men around him. And suddenly they've got him in touch. That's some magnificent defence. But for me, you like Garrett run a bit too far there.
Yeah, definitely saw it. A bit of after, a bit of after. And I don't think there was anything wrong with that. It was just a gang tackle. And in all honesty, I don't think Sean Garrett likes being tackled, especially at his age. And he's played the game for so long. And as you said, they let him run for so many metres. Where was his backup? He ended up running the winger out to play altogether, didn't he? So good cover defence by the black and red shirts of Thatto. Who could be scrummed down on their 10-metre line with their head and feet. And all 4 officials are on the field at the moment, just having a few words with one another. But what's interesting to see, there's a young lady, one of the officials.
Yeah, I've seen her around the game actually over the course of this season. Actually getting around the amateur game myself in the East. Yeah, she's done quite a few of these sort of jobs on the touchline in National Game 2. Yeah, but it's really nice to see her getting the opportunity to be sort of
could be in a final. Yeah,
final. It's exciting for officials. It's for players.
Oh, definitely. So the scrum's been given. No further action off that handbag. So it's 10 metres away from Thatto's line, scrum on the 10-metre line, and it's their head and feet.
We'd love to give you a mention as well on the coverage here on rugbyleague.com, so wherever you're listening from, do drop me a message and we'll see if we can mention it for you.
Yeah, we'll try as Jamie Tracy gets pushed back towards his own line with 2 or 3 defenders in. Been on the field for the whole game so far, number 11 for Thatto. He's the only one in the forward who's been out there all the time, but he's an ex-professional, so he should be able to manage 80 minutes.
They're not going anywhere quick, are they? That's in this set.
No, they're not. Siddal hunting, gang tackling in numbers.
Kennett moves it right, big kick comes in from Frodsham. It's maybe not as big as I thought, that kick, but it's been allowed to bounce by Blackburn. And in the end, the experienced winger just says, I'm not having any of that.
Yeah, he probably, if he could have got a bit closer to it before it hit the ground, but once it hit the ground, there's no way you're going to try and retrieve that ball, so he just let it trickle into touch. So the scrum will be formed 32-33 metres from Siddal's line. Bit of handbag jerk, saying pulling up shirts. Byron Smith is saying, what's happening here, sir? In fact, he's pulling a couple of the players out. Mr. Norton is one,
And Byron Smith
and Byron Smith is the other.
If you're just joining us, it's Siddal 8, Thatto Heath Crusaders 12. For much of this game, before half-time, Siddal dominated, yet only built an 8-0 advantage. And Thatto, well, it was 8-0 originally. Then Thatto got a try back and really did hang on to what they could in the first half, and they responded brilliantly in the second so far to lead 12-8.
Yeah, first few minutes of the second half they got a real good try right at the side of the post by Burkitt, and he made it 6. So as Dave just said, Siddal 8, Thatto 12.
Tricky run by Byron Smith over the halfway line.
Just over the halfway, so the ball comes out wide to Garrett, drops the centre.
Zach McCool in field. He'll play it on the 40-metre line to Sanderson. Sanderson just angles down the field. Long run, a lone wolf you could say, on his own. 10 metres, last tackle signal. Garrett has it on the last. Dabs it up in the air, that's a bit of an ignorant hope really. Burkitt took that one confidently enough and runs it back to the 10.
Yeah, I was surprised that Garrett actually dropped an attacking half back, and he should have let the ball go, but he tried to do the acting half back, the kicking and the playmaker all in one go. And then Siddal give another penalty there.
Got caught offside. They were a little bit too keen and eager there, weren't they, to put pressure on Thatto, which worked superbly in the first half.
Yeah, certainly a relieving penalty for Thatto. The coach killer has assessed that that's 2 penalties to 1 in this second period in favour of Thatto. Relieving penalty falls just short of the halfway line, so I think they'll restart it. Yeah, just over about 42 metres from their own line.
Here comes Leicester. Over the halfway line he goes. 3 men in on the challenge. There's no need for that little push from Sanderson at the end, to be fair, but nobody's reacted. Forward from Thatto, Heath again. Liam Quinn with the run. Gets inside the 40. Kenny's lining something up. Communicating with players around him. Dodging calls for it. The inside ball comes to Hesketh. Hesketh is put down 30 metres away from the try line. Down centre field. Little push again unneeded by Siddal. Looking to get away with it. Once more, the raid is complete by Liam Quinn up to the 20-metre line. Last tackle signalled. Kenny puts it right. Little dab kick comes in from Jack Jones. Well fielded though by Ben Hinsley. And Siddal got the ball back.
Yeah, the other half-back Fletcher was right on his shoulder and falling the ball through. And well retrieved there, the player injured. In fact, yeah, the half-back player was bent back his...
very gingerly got
yeah,
over.
Freddie Walker, isn't it, that?
That's a big blow because of the meters that he can make him coming back, isn't it? He's going in.
Yeah, he's back up, he's got back in, back up on his feet. He was just looking back in the tackle, wasn't he?
So Siddal playing with 12 men at the moment. That defence of Rattos is like a dog's back leg, but it moves up effectively enough in the end.
Yeah.
Tops Byron Smith inside his own half.
Yeah, so last tackle here, so Garrett will be looking for a kick.
It's up in the air again.
It for the winger.
Wants to test out Lewis Taylor. Takes it well enough. He's obviously told him, where you can, don't let this ball bounce.
Oh, definitely.
You've got to attack it, haven't you?
Yeah. He's looking for a couple more substitutions. He's got all 4 shots ready to go. He's ready to go in every when.
Oh, good run from the winger. That's Niall Allen. Well in this game, Allen.
Great return pass.
Onto Burkett, who's lost it. Oh, that's unlucky. That was looking good actually.
It was, yeah. Yeah, quite intricate that return pass back inside. You had somebody going back on the grain and then Burkett linking up again. That's 2 or 3 times they switched the ball back inside and had Burkett charging on a straight line. He got through and then just again trying to play the Hollywood ball and just took the tackle and look where he was.
Both Mike Stark and Josh Crean are looking to get back out there again for Thatto Heath, but that change will surely only be made the next time we're in possession.
Yeah. Again, there's a Thatto player injured. Again, there's a swap here for Siddal.
Who's gone back off.
Gareth English.
Been such a good servant to Siddal.
Oh, for sure.
Over the years.
Yeah.
Again, I know I had a conversation with his coach in midweek, and he said, if you look at him, he looks like the unfittest player that you'll ever see in a rugby league field. But he gets hold of the ball. Once he actually gets hold of the ball, he'll get the work done. He'll do it quietly.
Yeah, it's testament to what these amateur lads do, isn't it? As well as holding a job going, they train twice a week and then take the ball into contact, exactly what they're doing there, and nothing held back as Byron Smith takes another drive forward for the Halifax team.
He was always one of my favourite championship players, Byron Smith, actually. Superb servant, wherever he's gone. Garrett feeds it out to Martin. Martin skirting around the right-hand side.
Yeah, he needed to straighten up a bit.
There's
getting pushed towards the touchline, hasn't he?
There's too many black and red shirts there for him to make an impact. He's inside the 20-metre line though. Garrett pops it back for English. English batters his way forward to the 12 metres away from the try line.
Garrett looking to try and scheme something here, Dave, on the outside.
It's a kick forward goal by Martin. Oh, simple take. Simple take in the end by Taylor.
That was awful. Garrett was telling people outside what was going to happen and then ended up with a kick like that. Yeah, that was poor. That was poor. So Lewis Taylor, who took the ball forward at every occasion he can, and gathered some good kicks in for the Thatto team on the right wing.
So is this fella, Niall Allen, and he's got involved.
Yeah,
the other winger,
yeah.
The other winger. And now this is Liam Quinn, one way, and that's straight forward at the defence, despite being clamped in the tackle there, and dropped off unceremoniously by Hinsley. Here comes Liam Quinn again, over the halfway line he goes. Ball put right, back over the shoulder, and that is Prendergast running forward.
Yeah, he's quietly gone away.
He has, yeah, he's a solid second row, isn't he? Kick comes in from Frodsham. It's a test, the winger. Steads up to the task now. Retreated to collect and then makes 5 or 6 metres going forward despite being anywhere.
Stood up to the task.
Yeah, steady by name, steady by nature. There's Walker. Thankfully okay from his earlier knock.
Still jiggling with that knee, but I think he'll plod on unless it gets really too severe for him. Or he comes in the chin better with his tackle team. Garrett throws the ball out wide there. Good tackle though about it. They're not letting Siddal anywhere near much space as they're in the first half. Garrett picks up the half back. Again goes down the short side. Gets up to the halfway line and Sanderson says, I'm in here now attacking half back. This is my job, so no doubt it'll be a kick here from Martins, the number 7, which it is. Straight up into the October night sky. Oh,
Taylor's missed it. Picked up by Siddal, still last tackle.
Still last tackle, nobody touched it from Thatto then, we're saying.
There's Ian Davis. Up to the 30 and put down. It's still Siddal 8, Thatto Crusaders 12 if you're just joining us. And we've seen a real arm wrestle of the game, haven't we?
We have indeed, Dave. You know, they was really lucky then, 2 or 3 Thatto players all let the ball bounce. Thankfully for them, it just fell into one of the Siddal players' hands and he just smothered the ball, made sure he couldn't get it away. So it was last tackle play and the game stopped. It was the Thatto player. Is it Niall Allen, the equivalent, in a bit of grief over there on the far side. So everybody gets a mouthful of water. We all have a minute. We've enjoyed it here at the Select Security Stadium in Widnes. Siddal 8, Thatto 12 with the score at the moment in the Tackle Champions League Grand Final.
I mean, let's be honest, these are by far and away the 2 best sides in the Premier League division this season, aren't they?
Yeah.
You look at Siddal, I think they've only lost twice this year.
Yes.
And you look at Thatto, and they've only lost 3 or 4.
Yeah, and then, you know, the other team probably nearest is Blackborough, a friend from Covey, put by a good mate of mine, Ian Rooney, who was Richie Owen's boss for the England job. Richie was the assistant for 8 years and now he's got the head coaching job, hasn't he? So they've just had a mistake by Thatto. But 38 metres from their own line, so it's Siddal with a bit of pressure here. Who's leaning on the field trying to encourage his Siddal team?
I wonder if he's tempted to go and run from dummy half like he has been doing all season for Huddersfield Giants.
You've seen once if he wants to play for Oldham, Dave.
No, he was just coming through, wasn't it?
On dual red, wasn't he?
He's a fine player. Have they got some further inspiration here, Siddal? They're in possession, 30 metres away from the try line. They've set McCormack on, the man of ultimate experience at dummy half duties. He pops it out for Martin. Martin runs, slips the ball out. Oh, it's been put to ground by Hinsley. He turned it over. And just for a second, I thought that Lewis Taylor had a bit of an opening. He
was through then. An umbrella for Siddal. And it always reminds me, Dave, of a great old saying by a fantastic coach who he's still putting on his Tommy Graney. You can always run to the ball, you can't get back to it.
Exactly.
And he was just one step too far in front of that ball, reaching out behind him, the ball gone to ground. If he'd have been a step further back, he'd been right in his chest and he went through the gap.
It's a matter of a second, isn't it? A second
timing,
adjustment.
isn't it? Yeah, timing. Don't forget tonight, girls and boys, put your clocks back. The next hour in bed, we all need our beauty sleep. Especially us that are commentators.
Siddal 8, Thatto Heath 12. And again, I'll say, if you're listening, we can give you a mention. So do get your comments in the box. Do see if you can share this as well, because obviously we want people to listen in and see that this is something that we are potentially offering next season in World Rugby League. So Siddal coming forward. Here's Jones stepping the defence. Thatto coming forward. Yeah, sorry. Here come the men in black. kick comes in from Frodshire. Dinks it in behind the defence. Walker's just watching it, Tripper over the touchline.
Yeah, he did well then, he could have snatched at that ball and followed him under pressure, but he just looks at the clock, so we're losing 8-12, but we'll take a stroke on our own 10-metre line and we'll try and rebuild in this set of six. The Thatto team are looking at one another saying, let's ride the Siddal team, let's look for a mistake, see if they can be an incomplete set of six.
I tell you what, I think Thatto have heard us the second half, because we were calling for more of the play to the down and stuff like that. We're doing it perfectly.
Well, it's fully out for doing that, don't we?
We've got an attendance passed to us, by the way. Almost 1,200 people here. 1,153 have watched these two games. Intriguing games they've been.
Oh, very good, yeah. Two top-class games. The referee not quite happy with where we played that ball and he said we'll start again.
Before we saw Northampton Knights take the third promotion spot, defeating Milford Barons 22-20 in an exemplary game, to be fair.
A nail-biter the finish, wasn't it?
Real nail-biter, yeah. Could be a nail-biter coming up here as Walker cuts forward off McCormack's ball, and it was all started by that man English. They're inside the 30-metre line of Siddal. Garrett takes the man, sends it out to the right-hand side to Martin. He tries to thread it through, it's bounced up fortuitously for
he's doing another set of six. I thought the ball played the man more so.
I did too, fair Joe. Once again it's running by Ian Davis for Siddal. Inside the 10 he goes, a fourth man joins the fray in the tackling. 5 metres away from the try line of Siddal. And they find a way through. Cormac out to Martin. Martin tries to go in alone, he's lost possession. Burkitt's picked it up, we've got a 0 tackle. Forward they come.
Yeah, again I think that young Martin made the wrong decision there by running at the line. I think he was looking, Garrett was set up on the outside behind two running forward, so he's plenty of time, but Martin made the wrong decision, so Thatto gleefully accept that ball.
Oh, and that's good smart play from Liam Quinn.
And gleefully accept that penalty.
Not only did Liam Quinn target a couple of men around the middle, he locked them into the tackle, and they were just tempted to have that second bite, weren't they, to give away the penalty.
Yeah, that's true. So the ball gleefully put into this touchline, 40 metres from Siddal's line.
Good yards again from Lewis Taylor.
Yeah.
Makes 10 of them from the tap penalty. He'll play to Jones. Jones passes inside. Hurling his way forward is Mike Stark to the 20-metre line. He'll play this ball to Josh Cregan. His long arms find a pass, and suddenly it's out of Frodshire. He finds Burkitt. Short ball there for Saunders. It looked forward. It was forward.
Yeah, again, head on top of his hand on top of his head there, Burkitt. Wrong decision there. Probably could have not Saunders to do it, especially outside winger, but again it seems like they need to tackle play in this stand. So a let off for Siddal there, I think. You know, they've got downfield in that centre six and the penalty.
To be fair as well, Virgil, he's done that. He's thrown that pass right on the line, so he's made that an easy decision for the referee, hasn't he? As opposed to doing it 5 metres before a line, you know, after it.
Yeah.
He seemed to wait until the line and then throw the ball.
Yeah, so Siddal trying to build momentum from their own 30-metre line. Yeah, they're just over 30-metre line.
McCoon's done magnificently there to get 15 metres.
In fact, I'm just looking, Dave, they did it over at Lee Minor, as I mentioned earlier on in the season. Sean Garrett's dropping an attack to half-back, getting more involved around the A&B markers, and running the trying to entice Thatto's A&B markers in, which he does with taking that tackle.
Oh, there's a player in there. A man gone down with a bit of cramp. And here's English. Gets to that 30-metre line inside. But that's a Heath half. Cormac, last tackle, sends it left to Garrett. He's like to McCormack. I look forward.
It was, yeah. The Thatto crowd to our left shouted out again. Garrett got caught in the wrong place with the ball and didn't he?
That player who was caught injured at the back, he was had to leave.
He's just gone, yeah, number 13's gone back on.
That's Smithers.
Smithers, yeah, he just actually went straight back on. So the Thatto crowd breaking to song.
Jamie Tracy with the run.
27 minutes gone as your stalwart.
So we've got about 13 to 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
Good one coming in from Ashurst, who's back on the field, though. Thrashed his way forward. Next, this is the number 13, Andy Lee. Works his way towards halfway line. You've just got to complete the sets, haven't you?
Yeah, very much so.
Get downfield, play a bit of boring rugby, and then maybe launch some people get inside the 20.
Exactly, get out to your own half on your own.
Here's Prendergast.
Back on the angle of Robson. Last tackle here. They're looking probably for a kick-off there, so he's run over to the left-hand side.
Oh, it's good work as well. He's threaded it through the eye of the needle.
I mean, somebody play that.
The idea was good. The kick just picked up a little bit more pace, didn't it, than what he was expecting.
Yeah, so it could be a 7 tackle set for the Halifax Siddal. So that's the winger from that outside edge just come through. Again, they're pushing forward Halifax Siddal, trying to get some space in this Thatto line.
Garrett's in at dummy half again, works his way forward, weaves his way to the halfway line. And now he's half that part of Martin also doing likewise.
Yeah, there's a lot in that set of 60, there's a lot of one-man scooting from acting half-back.
I suppose it gets
good
easy
yardage.
meters though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does good yardage upfield.
Now English drives forward, challenges the defence, says stop me if you can, and 3 of them close the door in front of him. 30 metres away from the line, there's McCormack. McCormack, superb run inside the 20. 12 metres away from the try line, last tackle signal.
Yeah.
What have they got up the sleeve?
He spotted a couple of lazy retreaters there, didn't he? Gary, that from acting half-back.
Here's English. Oh, threads a kick through. He squirts his way out to the wing there. Oh, they've only gone and scored of Siddal.
Yeah, they have indeed. English, I don't think he expected to be in that position and kick the ball through. I think he rebounded off a couple of Thatto players.
I think it was Gavin Stead that scored it. Gavin Stead got the touchdown at the corner. But as you mentioned, I mean, that was just a bit of superb vision from Gareth English.
It was.
He would be the last guy you'd be expecting to put a kick in.
Exactly. You commented about Gareth and Martin being tied up in those acting half-back. But Gareth English, one of the stalwarts of this Halifax outfit, just dinked the ball, a little grubber kick along the floor, and it bounced up kindly for the winger, Gavin Stead, to bring the scores to Siddal 12, Thatto 12, with a kick to come from the other winger, Gareth Blackburn. Left-footed too, Gareth, I think, so it's going to be on his right side, and as we know and we've said previously, he's a really good, reliable goal kicker. So is this kick going to push the Halifax outfit back in front with what shall we say, Dave? 10 minutes left. What a 10 minutes to the last 10 minutes of the season this is going to be.
What's the old saying? We're in for a grandstand finish.
We are indeed.
That wind's got up again.
I'll just go at you 2 words out there. That wind is blowing around the back of my ear holes. There's good style. Well, I've got these cams on. Oh, just short. So, an interesting last 10 minutes in this National Conference League final. Siddal 12, Thatto 12. And the referee just explaining probably a couple of things to the Thatto team. So Richard Owen is he's asking for a bit more from his Saints outfit, and of course Gareth Greenwood is asking for an extra bit of bite from his own team as well.
Are we going to go drop goal crazy in these last 10 minutes?
You never know. An old referee there, Adam Gill. I'm saying an ex-referee, not an old referee.
Something like mid-20s.
Yeah, he's on the staff here at Witness Stadium. We had many run-in with Alan when I was over at the East. But we'll keep that for another day. Oh, another bouncing ball.
Can't believe they've allowed it to bounce again. And Walker's fed it out.
Really well and runs away from his own post. It's about 10 metres from this near side touchline.
Here's Martin.
He shouldn't have taken that ball there.
He's ready to break though.
Oh, he certainly has.
Well. This is where you learn a lot about your players when it's 12-all in a grand final.
In a grand final for sure, Dave.
And it's big collision there. He wound him in. Andy Lee just dived out of the defensive line and hit his man. He didn't miss.
certainly rattled the rib cage there, didn't it? And he's there again, Andy number 13 for Thatto. So no doubt the words went on, try and bully Siddal in the set of 6. Don't give them any impetus to get back into our half, which is just what they've done here.
Oh, he's knocked on.
Oh, he's knocked on.
Now, they've done extremely well, to be honest, Siddal. From, shall we say, a tricky start with the restart, where they allowed it to bounce, to get it 60 metres downfield, and then they were disappointed with the way that ended.
Yeah, that's true. And Sean Kenny, the hooker, just coming back on the field. I don't think they'd like to make substitution when the scrum was due to reform, but
I think they did it really quick.
Yeah, they did. So Thatto will get the ball back in hand, and that's Lewis Taylor, the number 2, takes the first collision. Sean Kenny back on, scheming, attacking half back.
It's Crean over the halfway line, out on the left. He'll play it to Kenny. Kenny rolls forward, thinks he spotted something. He has! He's broken! He's inside the 30! He's inside the 20! He's got to the 10, and that's where he's put down. Ball out to the right. Here's Jones! Jones! Jones for the line! And he's scored! Could that be the try that finishes this grand final and sends the title to St Helens?
It could well be, and I would just said about Sean Kenny. Dave said then he thinks he spotted something. He certainly did. Thought he was running for a buzz. The speed as he injected into that 10-15 metres, and he was so quick. As soon as he hit the floor in the tackle, the Halifax team said, "Oh, we're scrambling to get to him to tackle him anyway." But as soon as he hit the ground, he was up, played it. Was it number 7, Jack Jones? He was there acting half back, and straight away he was over the Siddal line. So even though the Siddal crowd was all shouting when they got back to 12 each, they're now under the cosh again. Siddal 12, Thatto 16 with a kick to come from Dan Burkitt. They were just waiting for the kicking tee to get there, so no doubt the referee stopped the clock. There was under 10 minutes on the Joe Wood stopwatch. There's only 6 minutes on the Joe Wood stopwatch. There might be a few minutes to be added on, of course. In fact, the referee has signalled that he stopped the clock there.
What a perfect time to score.
What a perfect time to make a substitution. Even though they did it when the scrum was about to take place. So we'll no doubt have a word with Richie Rowan about that timely substitution he performed. So we're just looking now, wondering how many minutes is left. As this Halifax outfit, has Siddal got one more bite of the cherry as Burkitt attempts to add 2 points to the Thatto score. They're still right behind it.
Oh, he's missed it.
He's missed it.
Left his line, sent it to the left of the post. So the scoreline remains Siddal 12, Thatto Heath Crusaders 16, and it is still game on, isn't it?
It is still nail biting here at the Widnes Stadium, the Select Security Services Stadium in Widnes in Cheshire. Joe and Dave Parkinson enjoying the day out on an October day.
They've gone short with the restart. And well taken there by Kenneth. Really well taken.
He got smashed for that though, didn't he?
He did. Here's Lewis Taylor, been impressive coming forward as Taylor. Should have a penalty for that, and does. They had a second bite of him, didn't they, Siddal? It's getting to desperate times, desperate measures.
They couldn't stop that quick momentum as Sean Kenny had instigated. Well, as Dave said, Lewis Taylor, the number 2 for Thatto, so the restart on the halfway line, again a bouncing ball, goes here, there and everywhere, waiting for the ball boy to retrieve it, which is what happens. Kenny just taps it, no doubt Thatto just trundle it forward, use the set of 6 up and see where they get. Will they even try a drop goal? Who knows?
Well, there goes Brad Ashurst. First drive of the set was taken in by Sean Lester. Then he's awaiting dummy half duties. Opposite left, Frodsham drops it back for an on-rushing Jamie Tracy, who escapes the clutches of 2, winds his way to the 20, directly in front of the posts. Here's Kenny, throws it behind, it's gone to ground. Referee's ruled a knock on.
Yeah, Brad Ashurst was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I think he was just trying to pass the ball behind him, but he thought it was his ball anyway, and there's actually 3 balls on the field now.
Couldn't get one on the field a couple of minutes ago, could they? But if you're just joining us, this is where it's crucial. It's Siddal 12, it's Thatto Heath Crusaders 16. We've got probably less than 5 minutes remaining of the game, and the Halifax base side have got the button at the scrum, but crucially at the wrong end of the field. They're 20 metres from their own line, and Thatto Heath are hunting in defence. Here's Byron Smith, rolls his way forward to get beyond the 20. Joe Martins at dummy half, pops it to his right. Goes for the number 8 Ian Davis. Still go inside their own 40. They need to manufacture a break from somewhere, the Siddal. Have they got it in them? Here's Joe Martin again. Gets it over the halfway line. Plays it to Garrett. No doubt he's scheming and thinking, what's on? I'll tell you what's on. His ribs on a plate.
He smashed it for you.
That's a magnificent challenge coming in from Pendergast. Kick comes in. It's a little one over the top. It's still up in the breeze. Allowed to bounce by everybody again. Palm back by Siddal, straight into the welcome arms of Niall Allen, and Thatto Heath have the ball back, and we've won a penalty at dummy half. Well, the longer this goes on, the more I'm thinking, this could win this.
Yeah, definitely so, Dave, and I've been really impressed with the injection that Sean Kenny's brought back to the Thatto team around the play of the ball, quick play of the balls, and they caught Siddal out again with that quick play of the ball. Mark is not square, so they're going to tap it on the halfway line, and they're definitely going to just use a set of 6 to burn the clock up, Dave, aren't they? Really?
Ashes just dives forward for 12 metres. Next the run is by Crean, who bounces off one, makes 12 metres again. Kenny looks round. Frodsham just says, just get downfield, and that's what Kenny does. Links it on the left with Tracy. This is Saunders. Just for a second I thought they were going for another attack down that left hand side.
Yeah.
Saunders to play it 10 metres away from the try line. Infield it comes to Frodsham again, drops it back over his shoulder to Hesketh, who's inside that 10 metre line.
Looking at Siddal's right edge there, I think, Dave.
Now they're going down that left, it's popped up for Saunders. He keeps it moving to Kenny, onto Burkitt. Burkitt gets inside that 10 metre mark again. They're directly in front of the post.
Last tackle, I think he's won his off the goal here.
Frodsham's called for it, hasn't he?
I think he's won his off the goal.
No, they're having a go. But Hesketh has lost it, and Siddal have the ball.
No advantage there, Dave.
Not really.
Not really, so form a stroke. I would have been tempted to drop a goal there.
It's turnover, really, isn't it?
Yeah, turnover.
No, he's not.
He's lost.
So it must have been on 4th tackle.
But I'd have been tempted to drop a goal because it adds another point, of course, to the score, but it also burns the clock up. You know, I know Siddal are a long way from the try line. At the moment they're losing 12. Thatto Heath 16 in the dying minutes of this National Conference League final.
It only takes one slip though, doesn't it? And suddenly a break comes in. Garrett working his magic at dummy half. Byron Smith rolls it forward. Takes the heavy duty tackle in a 3. Ball goes loose. The penalty for Siddal.
Yeah, it was hands in. Hands in.
Oh, silly penalty from Jamie Tracy.
Jamie Tracy, yeah, and Sean Kenny. Sean Kenny just telling him to get away. And, you know, Jamie's been around long enough to know you've got to be squeaky clean at this late stage in the game.
Forward now comes Zach McCoon. Good yards off the tap penalty. 32 metres away from the try line. Freddie Walker runs down the left. He's only 4. It's 4 against 2 for attackers and defenders down that side though, so he was outnumbered.
Yeah.
Now it's back into the middle. There's number 15, George Ambler, 15 metres away from the try line. McCormack feeds it left. Garrett keeps it moving. There's Byron Smith. The ball works its way back. Referee waves all on. Another set of 6. It's in the arms of Zach McCoon. It was all a bit scrappy, but McCoon has another go to run it back to the
really
20.
Surprised that Byron Smith tried to get rid of that ball earlier, but a bit lucky for him as Garrett throws the ball out wide to his half-back corner.
Martin just stopped 5 metres out. McCormack at dummy half. What's he lined up? He sends it right. Garrett, dummies, pops it over the top. It looked forward
pass.
Oh, and that perhaps is the chance gone. It was the final play. The referee's whistle has sounded. There is huge celebrations here for Thatto Heath Crusaders, who are Premier Division champions in the NCL this season. What a game. What a season we've seen. That is absolutely tremendous, Joe.
Yeah, definitely. Thatto came back from the early setbacks And as you said, Dave, Siddal 12, Thatto 16. Wasn't a fairy tale ending for Sean Garrett and Gareth Greenwood. Thatto probably ground the win out more than anything else, Dave. Siddal had Thatto under immense pressure in the first half. 8-6 in favour of Thatto at half time. But one quick try from Dan Burkett, and they just ground the win out, and a couple of wrong options by certain players. But Richard Owen and his team from St Helens will be over the moon with being crowned National Conference League champions. Siddal again, I know they've been here before, but they hate playing in this final here at Widnes, because 7 years ago I was part of the Leeds team who absolutely battered them, and again they was left despondent on this Widnes turf. Same as just as they are today.
So it's finished 16 points to 12 here for Thatto Heath Crusaders. Tries on the afternoon by Sean Lester, Jack Jones and Matty Norton. 2 goals from the boot of Dan Burkett. Siddal responding with tries of their own through Gavin Stead and Ross White. 2 goals from the boot of Gareth Blackburn. The end of an era comes to Siddal with Gareth Greenwood and, we reckon, Sean Garrett packing the bags and hanging up the boots. It's been a real good ride for Siddal. Arguably the best side outside of the professional game, but you can't take anything away from Thatto Heath Crusaders, who lift the trophy, and they are deserved winners on the day with a commanding second half performance.
Yeah, I'm just looking below us, Dave. Paul Anderson, the ex-Huddersfield coach, is part of the England coaching setup. Ralph Rimmer I can see down there with John Oldsworth, who I mentioned before. I think Paul Anderson Baloo's going to be presenting the trophy to the St Helens Thatto Heath team. Surprisingly he's not over in Australia with Wayne Bennett and the rest of the men, but he's looking suntanned as Baloo, and he'll be enjoying this Widnes October weather, won't he, presenting the trophy.
Joe, it's been an absolute delight joining you this afternoon. We hope that you've enjoyed it out there on the Love Rugby League Facebook page. Keep an eye out for further news regarding commentaries coming up. We're hoping to arrange some more for next season, but on behalf of the 2018 season, this is the amateur game signing off for the winter.
So already receiving their mementos from the National Conference League representatives Peter Moran, Billy Dillon and Joe Fitzsimmons, plus the England Rugby League assistant coach Paul Anderson, who's actually forfeited a good few weeks in the sunshine to be with us here in Widnes this afternoon. Already receiving their mementos, the match officials, and today's man of the match, who, if you didn't spot already, went to Thatto Heath number 6, Chris Frodger. As always, in a contest where 2 teams take part, only one winner can be sought. We had some gallant runners up this afternoon though, didn't we? Let's give them a big round of applause as they head up to get their mementos. Siddal! It's showtime, boys and girls. Let's make as much noise as we can or as we want to for the 2017 Kingston Press National Conference League Grand Final Trophy winners, Thatto Heath Crusaders. Many thanks once again for your wonderful support here today. Something that is massively appreciated by each of the competing teams, the staff here at the Select Security Stadium, of course the game.